Hey, I think I'm afraid that my talk is too short, but it'll be good for you because the barbecue outside. Some of you might hear that South Korea has a plan to go to the moon for the first time. Yes, it is. Now the proposal is under review process, and the final decision will be made in soon, hopefully. It consists of the two stages. The first one is Pathfinder, which is the orbiter in 2017 timeframe, and then orbiter plus lander accompanying with rover in 2020 timeframes. There must be actually the reason why I hesitated to present here today is that when I submit the proposal, I expected the final decision will be made by now, but still pending. So I don't have much things to say yet. But I can discuss about a little bit of my personal questions about the moon as a small body scientist. So what we are interested in for the moon is the importance of the member of the solar system. First of all, size frequency distribution function is long been for lunar chronology. Actually, some of the questions are presented here. The bombardment history, which is preserved on the surface of the moon, is related to understand the status of early solar system and its evolution. Of course, it is also related to understanding present population of near-Earth asteroids. We are watching several newborn craters recently on the surface, and crater counting job, which looks easy but boring, is contaminated by secondary craters. It is interesting to understand cratering process with small lunar crater, diameter smaller than 200 meters, measuring depth to diameter or mean wall slope with high resolution image if possible. So I can try. Actually, we can try because it is the first time mission to the moon, so I believe the high-resolution camera could be on board in Korean lunar mission. So, of course, it is also important to landing site search. So, basically the image can be obtained from automatically, actually, and also surface properties of airless bodies, such as understanding such surface composition and roughness, or surface weathering processed by solar wind or micrometeorites, sharing the same approach to surface of the moon or asteroids. Ground-based polarimetric observations of lunar surface, shown actually posted by Sim out there, shows a signature relationship between polarization and surface maturity, and also particularly for the lunar swirl, polarization correlated with albedo and particle size. Yesterday, Carl Hewitts mentioned obtaining UV reflectance map over the moon will give us comprehensive understanding lunar surface and water signature. Spectral slope in ultraviolet shows tendency with weathering of lunar surface. Also, there is a signature from 160 nanometers to 180 nanometers. This could be obtained by using just a simple ultraviolet bandpass filter. So, fortunately, Korea has some experiences to develop ultraviolet imaging spectrograph. For lunar mineralogy, actually I'm not a mineralogist, but Moon mineralogy mapper and smart near-infrared spectrometer has been onboarded. MCube Data brought wonderful data to understand the surface mineralogy and also very interesting questions on the lunar swirl. Having higher spectral resolution, spatial resolution, and coverage will be nice if we try. However, unfortunately, MCube 3 micron band was stopped around exactly 3 micron. In order to confirm water ice on the surface, it will be great if we see up to 3.6 or 3.8 micron or so. Spectrometric data in this wavelength range also gives us a good signature on early lunar volcanic process. And the last thing, what I'm interested in is a lunar plasma environment, is another topic to study in situ measurement of the mini magnetosphere. We can monitor solar wind and tail plasma and its effects on the surface using neutron or ion mass spectrometer. Potential profile and plasma characteristics over the major scale altitude could measured using several CubeSats. So in summary, I identified a few topics, 7 minutes, a few topics which is interesting to me and I think feasible, using Korean lunar exploration program. Still many ideas are still discussing, so this is only my personal view. I expected that we have limited resources and many constraints from technical side because it is the first time. But I will try to maximize science value. Thank you. That's it.
Looks like Clive has a question.
Yeah, thank you very much for sharing. There we go. For sharing with us at least your view.
Thank you.
Do you envisage with the Korean program of orbiter and then lander, will there be room for contributed instruments from other nations?
As far as I know, there is this discussion between NASA and Korea. So probably some of the NASA side will say something.
Yeah, we at Survey headquarters have been talking with Kari, and my name's Greg Schmidt, by the way, and there is indeed a plan right now, as of at least a month or so ago, for at least one international instrument on the first orbiter, and then potentially others following that.
And also, I'm encouraged to collaborate with Korean scientists in terms of science, and there is many rooms where many ideas can be accommodated. Sure. Everybody hungry? So I'm too.
So if there's no more questions, I think we'll call that a session. I'd like to thank all the speakers, and thanks for a good session.